Well, I've only done the balance sheets for the last 2 months, but that's the discrepancy amount so far.
Quite a substantial sum, isn't it?
Do you want me to go further back?
See if you can pinpoint when these dual payments started, would you?
Right.
Here we are playing the big heavies in uniform, and when we go home, it's so different.
Shh, Terry.
There's no one around.
Oh, you never know.
Don't be so paranoid.
I'm not. It's just that it doesn't hurt to be careful.
Yes, Joan, if anyone does find out, we're just living together, and there's nothing wrong with it.
No. Well, it's just that... Oh, you know.
All right, back to playing the heavies.
Mr. Simmons, I can see that you're a very loyal and honest worker. But you'll never make your fortune that way. I mean, this office.
Disgusting.
How much would it cost for you to forget that you ever saw George?
What are you doing out of the laundry, Flynn?
Looking for Willie. She's been gone for ages. I thought I'd see what the hold-up was.
Well, actually, I was just coming to find out why the kitchen laundry hadn't been picked up.
She should have been there half an hour ago.
I better have a search. You do these dorms and I'll start on the next corridor.
Right. Mrs. Morris, quick!
Right, thanks, Greg. Doctor's just come through the gates.
Oh, good, thanks, Meg.
How is she?
Well, a bit hard to say till she regains consciousness, but as far as I can see, no broken bones. Possible concussion, maybe. Any idea how it happened?
Oh, I think she'll claim it was an accident, whether it was or not.
A bit hard to tip one of those big lockers on yourself. Well, looks like she's coming round. Willie! Willie! Sister Hall, Willie. Sister Hall, how are you feeling?
Oh, what happened?
A nasty knock on the head.
I did.
Yes, you're on skip duty. We found you under a locker.
Skip duty. Where am I? Is this a hospital?
It's the infirmary at Wentworth.
I've never heard of You're not a nurse. You're wearing a uniform.
Shh, it's all right, Willie. The doctor...
Why do you keep calling me Willie? My name's... Oh, dear. I can't remember what my name is.
Lucky Jacko doesn't keep much in the locker. Might have been a lot worse.
Poor Willie.
Is she all right? No, I don't know for sure. She didn't look too bad. Wait till I get my hands on whoever did it.
She probably sprung that Peter thief.
I could have known it was Jacko. Bloody snitcher.
But it was her cell.
Yeah, Beecham probably caught her stashing the goods when she thought we were all out of the way. I say we get the bitch now. And I say you stay put, Kelly. Jacko was in workshop all morning. I checked. Whoever did it must be pretty desperate to try and do in a poor little thing like Willie to shut her up.
Know who my money's on?
Wonder how long it'd take you.
You got an alibi, Kelly?
Yeah, I was in maternity. P-Brain was the only one that went out. Took a bloody long time, too.
I was just in the toot, no, that's all.
Yeah, picking up a couple of free goodies along the way.
Leave her alone, Kelly.
Oh, it's all right to put the blame on me, isn't it? Different when it's one of your own.
Daffy wouldn't hurt Willie, they're mates.
Bull, she's up and down like a bloody yo-yo. Smashed up her plants, didn't she? And they were earning money. All of you! We'll hear it from Willie soon enough, so there's no need to jump to any conclusions. We could all be barking up the wrong tree.
I doubt it. Amnesia.
Oh, the doctor's still with her. They'll have to do some more tests, of course, to see if it's permanent or not.
Or genuine.
Dr. Wiseman's coming in tomorrow to see Graham. Perhaps he can establish if it's serious or not.
If she's putting it on, there's no use getting him in. Look how B. Smith pulled the wool over his eyes.
I doubt if she's putting it on, Joan. The poor woman was terrified.
Joan has got a point, though. It wouldn't be a hard act to put across, for a while anyway.
I expected it of Beecham, but she'll slip up. They all do.
There have been precedents, Joan. I mean, if a woman suffers genuine memory loss, then they cannot be held responsible for their original crime.
Yes, I remember reading about all that while I was training. I never did agree with it, though.
Beecham will be laughed out of court if she tries that on.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see if it even comes to that, won't we?
Oh, I must say it's a bit of a change to have someone back me up.
We're a team, aren't we?
Hey, Lurch, what? You going to your dorm? Yeah, so you're too late if you figured on nicking something. Oh, wake up to yourself. What the hell would I want with that useless stuff that's being ripped off? Maybe. What about decking the Weeper? That's more your style. Yeah, I wouldn't waste my energy. Anyway, I reckon Patterson's the one that's in it. Must have been something pretty heavy for the council to come down on her like that, eh? Council business is private, Lou. You know that.
Yeah, well, it's not much of a council if it's keeping secrets from the rest of us, is it? I reckon I've worked it out myself anyway. Patterson's doing it out of spite. Getting back at Beecham for the punishment you lot handed out.
Hey, how'd you figure that?
Patterson tries to muscle in on Beecham's territory. Colin sticks up for her mate and gets Flynn to use the council to stop it. Patterson cops a rep, doesn't like it, and wham, down comes the locker.
Nah, you're way off. Lexi copped it because she was blackmail and Merv blackmail, eh?
Well, so what's the score?
Oh, I don't know, honest. I didn't tell you nothing, all right? I didn't say
Sure
nothing.
you didn't. I just guessed right, didn't I?
Hey, look, you're not thinking of doing any rackets with her, are you? You'd be crazy.
What I'm thinking is my business, okay?
Sure, Lou. I think I'll go and read one of those comics Kath loaned me. See ya.
Yeah. See ya.
I'll have 2 cards, please. Can I have Daffy? Oh, sorry, what?
Why the hell haven't we heard anything?
Well, maybe the doctor's still checking her over.
He's damn well taking his time about it. Oh, look, I'm not in the mood. Do you mind if I pull out?
No, I'm not either. I keep thinking about Willie and wondering who'd do a thing like that.
We should try and keep our minds off it. Talk about the essay competition or something.
Rotten place. There's always something awful happening.
You're probably right, love. It's my fault for going on about it. Make it worse for everybody.
Wish Eddie was here. She'd choose that.
Showing real sense staying away from them airheads.
Since when have you been interested in what I was doing?
Since I found out that you and Merv had something going. And I don't mean the old slap and tickle either.
Oh, go stuff yourself, Kelly.
I'm just trying to be nice. Just wanted to know what you two had in common.
We don't like sticky-nosed morons.
Smelly over there, was it, love? Let's hope she keeps it up. Kelly she doesn't need at the moment.
I'll go to me dorm.
Hang on, I'll join you, love. I might be able to find... Oh, Mrs. M, how is she?
Oh, is she okay?
She's fine.
Oh, thank God for that.
Where is she? Can we see her?
Yes, she's in her dormitory. But before you go, I think there's something you should know. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but we think she may be suffering from amnesia.
Memory loss?
Yes, well, even if it is confirmed, it may not be permanent. We'll just have to wait and see.
How long?
Well, we should know by tomorrow. In the meantime, just be careful with her, all right?
With kid gloves, Mrs. Morris.
Look, she's got to be putting it on. I mean, no one forgets everything.
Yeah, been watching too many slapstick movies. That's her problem.
It has happened. And if she could prove she had lost a memory like somebody else we used to know... Beast.
Yes! Oh, the little bugger. Do you really think she's putting it on just so she can get out of here?
Either way, it's the same result. If the screws bite...
Get out!
She pulls it off. It means she can be released. Legally, she's not the one who committed the crime.
Oh, fantastic. Wish I'd thought Willie, you old devil.
Get away from me.
It's okay, Willie. You don't have to keep it up for us.
Who did it to you? Was it the Peter thief?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I suppose you don't know who I am either.
I don't know you from Adam.
Oh, you must know who May is.
No, I do not, and I'd appreciate it if you'd all just leave me alone. As if it isn't bad enough being locked up in a place full of criminals.
Oh, and I suppose you're not one of them, eh?
Of course not. I don't know how I got here. No, if you'll just excuse me, please. I've got to go to the
Oh, now
toilet.
cut it out, Willie. Enough is enough.
Now, hang on, May. You do know where you are, don't you?
It's some sort of detention centre, so I'm told.
I suppose she's really forgotten.
Come on, Willie, it's me. It's me, you criminal!
Willie.
Come in. Thanks, Julie.
She will get better, won't she, Mrs. Reynolds? Willie, it's like we're all strangers to her.
The doctor doesn't seem to think it's too serious. In the meantime, she's got good friends to take care of her, hasn't she?
Yeah. I found some more invoices that have been paid twice, the ones on the top. Looks like they pretended one was a copy, but they both go into the computer as accounts payable.
They seem to be confined to the kitchen accounts.
Same supplier, too. Looks like they had some kind of, well, an arrangement or something.
With someone this end doing the arranging, no doubt. These go back months.
I've only checked back to mid-84 so far.
Yes, well, these will do for the time being. You can put those back in the file now.
Okay.
And thank you. You've been a great help.
It's okay.
Andrea, could you get Pat Slattery to come to my office, please? Thank you.
Wake up, Willie.
Go away. I don't want anything to do with you, creatures.
You're not still on with that crap, are you?
It's some sort of horrendous mistake. It's not fair.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad. You get over it.
Did I do something terrible?
Receiving stolen goods, that's all. Look, if you'll just give me the stuff you owe me, I'll buzz off and leave you alone.
I owe you something. Oh, this is terrible.
Oh, just some buy-up stuff. You know, biscuits and things. I paid you yesterday with some rock mags. Look, I'll get them for you if you like. They're just down here. Reckon that barter system of yours is the one thing that keeps us going in here.
I barter with people, do I?
Oh, yeah, best business brain in the place. Couldn't put one over you if I tried.
Ah, I suppose not.
See you later then, huh?
Yes. If you need anything else, dear, you know where to come.
Gee, Ta, you're okay, Willie.
Well, she could just sit in here with us, Miss Malone, just for the company.
Doctor said rest. Now, you'll have to clear all the junk out of the way first. And the governor then wants you to make a list of all work materials in here. You can look after that thing.
Yeah, sure, Miss Malone.
Oh, look who gets the cushy
Save
job.
your energy, Kelly. I'll be back in an hour and I expect the job to be finished.
Come on.
along. Get a move on.
God, look at it. Some of this stuff must date back to Eddie's time.
I don't know what's junk and what isn't.
Daphne, you can help me count the stuff in the cartons. May, you, Kelly and Lurch, pile up anything it looks like it's had the Richard.
Yeah, right.
Oh, fat waste of time.
Listen, I hear even you helped out last time the newspaper was here.
Yeah, well, that was just after I got here, wasn't it? Got sucked in by Smith and her goody two-shoes mob.
Might have a closet writer here, May.
Forget it. Best thing that ever happened when that contraption got wrecked in the fire.
Oh, I don't know. I liked it. I even put a few poems in myself.
Good for you, Lurch. You finished the essay yet?
Yeah, just about.
Hey, Julie read me some of hers. She's real good at stuff like that.
Anybody can write bloody stories. You just got to tell it like it is.
Oh, yeah, that easy, eh? Maybe you do want to write for the paper after all.
Even if you don't, what about putting in an essay?
You got hopes.
Then how about you stop knocking everything? This press means a lot to us, whether you think so or not. So if you're not going to contribute, the least you can do is shut your mouth.
Just what are you accusing me of,
I'm
Governor?
not accusing you of anything, Pat. I merely wanted you to verify your signature on these invoices.
Yeah, I signed them. Now, would you mind telling me what all this is about?
Someone's involved in a scheme to misappropriate funds. It involves false invoices.
But you surely don't think that
I'm not singling anyone out at the moment. I'm simply making inquiries.
Yeah, but why are all the invoices that I sign on a separate pile?
Pat, please calm down.
Calm down? Money's missing and I'm the prime suspect. I'm sorry if I seem upset, Governor, but that's not the sort of thing that I can take lightly.
So how's Fantasyland?
The doors. Why aren't there any doors?
Eh? Of course there's doors there. Look. Anyone there? No, it's all yours.
You're like all the others, mean and cruel.
I'm the one that's trying to help you. It's that cellmate of yours you've got to look out for, Collins. Oh, she can be real heavy with someone when she doesn't like them.
She did try to be nice afterwards.
Don't let that fool you. You and her were always at each other's throats.
What on earth for?
Because she hates your guts. She wants to be partners in your trading scam, but you don't want a bar of it.
Well, I should hope not. I've obviously worked very hard to build up all that stock.
Right. Now her and her offsider want a cut of the profits. It was probably Collins that tried to do you in with that locker.
That offsider of hers.
Flynn, she's the one that pushes everyone around. It was probably her that told Collins to get rid of you.
Oh, my goodness.
You better watch it. Chances are they'll try again.
Sorry, Joan. I was held up.
It's okay. Gave me a chance to finish this.
I finished what I was doing, Miss Ferguson.
I'll say you have. Trying to dob officers in after the way we supported you.
I didn't
I'm
dob-
beginning to think Miss Ferguson was right in the stand she took.
Somebody mind telling me what this is all about?
The governor's discovered some sort of a fraud. Someone's trying to fiddle the books. This one's trying to make it look like I'm responsible.
No,
I'm not surprised. They take advantage of you at every opportunity.
It wasn't like
You're the
that.
union rep. I want something done about her being here. Sent to spy on us, more than
A
likely.
little difficult when she's the governor's pet.
Can I go back to the laundry, Miss Ferguson?
No, Egbert, you can't. I want these put away.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Well, what are you going to do?
Now, Pat, when I am quite sure that the rank and file members don't go behind my back to the union executive, I'll do whatever's necessary.
Oh, come on, love, you'll enjoy it. Laura's going to have some of the essays read. Come on, it's better than sitting in here on your Pat Malone, isn't it?
I'm quite comfortable, thank you.
I give up.
I told you I don't like to mix with criminals.
Oh, for Pete's sake, Willie, your own dad was a fence all his life.
A fence?
A trader in stolen property? Well, how do you think you got into this business in the first place? And what about all the trouble I went to set you up when he died?
You set me up. That's why I'm here.
Now, Willie, that wasn't what I
You
meant.
hate me.
What on earth
Keep
are you
away
going
from me.
on
Get
about?
away. Willie!
I wouldn't let it worry you, Julie. Slattery obviously took it out on you because she's been copped.
Yeah, but maybe she's right. Maybe she didn't do it. Oh, I wish I'd never said anything about those stupid invoices.
Oh, my God. Willie? What's going on?
Oh, I don't know. I just tried to remind her about her past and she got it all wrong.
Well, she's bound to be a bit mixed up.
I'll go and sit with her, will I?
I think we all better. She looks like a scared
Hey, where
rabbit.
you going? I got the essays for you. 4 of them anyway. The rest will be ready tomorrow.
How about we leave it a few minutes, all right?
Nah, let's hear him. See if we've got a genius in the house.
Hey, who wants to hear them now?
Yeah, go
All
on.
right, go ahead. Come on.
Who's first? Well, we don't know whose is who. I'm going to read them all so the vote will come out fair.
You're going to read them. We'll be lucky if we make it for the second line for dinner.
I'll bite your bum, Patterson.
Better get started, Lurch, or we won't even get that far.
Yeah, life weren't meant to be easy. I believed that till I hit this place. After being here a while, I reckon Fraser's got it all wrong. Where else could you get good tucker, comfortable beds, hot showers, and uniform maids waiting on you? Come on! Give her a go, come on! The entertainment's pretty good too, with our very own May Abbott and Willie Costello team practicing day and night. Willie's secret to losing weight is stirring May up enough so she's chasing her up the corridors. May swinging a 2-foot knitting net, hell-bent on having grilled liver for tea.
Oh, hi. Didn't hear you come in.
I'm not surprised.
Thought you finished at 4. Went shopping.
No, I stayed back. Slattery's got a real problem.
What happened?
Oh, I haven't got the full story yet, but something about fraudulent invoices that Egbert found. Slattery says she's trying to throw it all on her.
God, is the union taking it up?
Oh, I haven't contacted them yet, but I'm sure they will. Do you want a coffee?
You sit there, I'll put the kettle on.
Great. Any mail?
Yep, on the table there. One's from Shane.
Terry?
In a second.
Not in a second now.
Water has to boil first, you know.
This letter, it's been opened.
Well, yeah, I didn't think you'd mind.
Well, I do mind. Don't ever open my mail again.
Joan, it's only from Shane.
I don't care if it's a circular from the local supermarket, Terry. Just because you've moved in here doesn't give you the right to pry into my private affairs. Understood?
Where did Willie get to? I thought she left the dining room behind us.
Don't ask me. I gather we're not talking at the moment.
Keeping a distance from me, too.
Yeah, someone must have knocked some sense into her at last.
Push off, Kelly.
Jeez, look who's back in business.
Oh, watch where you're going.
Sorry.
Oh, you can't do your trading here. I'm playing.
No, I'm not trading. Quite the opposite. I've decided to clean my hands of the whole business.
Come again?
What? Oh, I'm hearing
I told
things.
you, I don't want to be involved in any more trading. Now, whoever wants this stuff can have it.
Oh, rap off, Lurch, that's mine. Here, Kelly, on this on your belt.
No, I want it.
Oh, that's really nice, Lurch.
Oh, rack off, Dumbo. Get your own.
Maybe I should give this to Auntie May, Willie.
No, you will not. I won't have her touch a single item.
You see what I mean? One minute she's Madam Plum and back to normal. The next minute she's giving away a whole trading empire.
Oh, suits me. Hey, I got that jar of face stuff she got from Queenie.
Good luck, Lurch.
We've got to do something to get her back to normal.
Give her another whack on the nut. Always works in the movies.
I honestly didn't think you'd mind.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Terry. I should have realised you didn't mean any harm.
I never thought you could be that cruel to me, Joan.
Yes, well, it was thoughtless of me. I shouldn't have snapped at you.
You don't really want me here, do you?
Of course I do.
Well, I certainly don't feel very wanted.
Terry, I want you here very much.
Well, am I glad to see the last of all that rubbish. Best thing you ever did, Willie, giving it all away. Want a cup of Milo to settle in with?
And give you the chance to poison me? No, thanks. Don't you come near me tonight, and I'll scream for one of those officer people.
Now, Willie, please stop. She's trying to help you.
What the hell's going on? She's trying to kill me. Look! Look!
You sure you'll have time to get the art supplies?
Oh, no problems. Kenny's got some meeting or rather after lunch. I'll pick them up then.
All right, I'll see you about 4.
Okay. Oh, no. Luca's just arrived and I haven't even showered yet.
I'll leave you to it. I'm late as
Oh, no, wait. Say hello. I think he's offended you.
Oh, God, yes, I keep forgetting how formal they are. Quick, how do you say hello again?
I'll fill you in as we go. Hello, Kenny.
Hello, Pippa. Good today, Mrs. Reynolds.
Konnichiwa. Try it.
Good morning, Kensai. Konnichiwa.
Ah, very good, very good. Pippa, this morning will take us to a place of...
The zoo.
Yes. Zoological garden.
Can't wait.
Excuse, please.
I'm sure you'll have a lovely morning.
Yes, saw those kangaroos.
Yes, your kangaroos and koalas. Much autograph.
I must go. Have a nice day.
Domo arigato, and hello to you.
Oh, no, Kenny, it's goodbye.
Very sorry. Goodbye, Mrs. Reynolds.
Goodbye, Kensai. I'll see you again.
Oh, it's okay, Kenny. Bye-bye, Anne. Bye. Come in, come inside. Tea. Okay, ready.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Well, I'm being paid back for it, that's for sure. Spare bed of yours is giving me a stinker of a backache.
Lucky Mrs. Morris was on duty. The freak would have thrown you in solitary.
Yeah.
Why would Willie think that her best mate was going to kill her?
Understandable in her confused state. What made you try something like that anyway?
I know it was stupid. I just thought another crack on the head might do the trick.
Almost landed you an attempted murder charge.
Yeah, well, when are you going to get the weeper for lagging, anyhow?
Don't you think she lagged?
She dobbed on you to the screws, that's what.
If she can't even remember why she's here, you can't expect her to remember a no-lagging rule.
She remembered to clean her teeth, didn't she? Or her mates have some sort of special license.
When you finished your bitching, how about you work off your punishment and clean the tables?
Yes, sir.
You apologised to Mervyn yet?
You told me to, didn't you?
Have you?
Yeah.
Good.
Dirtied my knees doing it, too.
Tell him to go fish if it was me.
Hey, how about I help her? Will that be all right?
No way. She's got to be shown. She can't go putting the heavies on
look.
somebody. Now I've seen everything.
Am I going to do about it?
I was hoping Pat Slattery'd be here this morning, but
She'd been laid off.
she has not been laid off. She called in sick a few minutes ago.
I'm not surprised being accused of theft without justification.
No one, including Pat, has been accused of anything. She may have got the wrong idea when I questioned her about the accounts.
But why single her out? We all have access to them.
Exactly, and I'll be questioning everyone who has that access. In the meantime, I don't want any further rumours spreading as to who may or may not be under suspicion.
Governor, I think I should warn you that this could turn into a union matter.
I don't see any need for that.
Perhaps if we wait, look, an officer has been unfairly victimised. Now, I'm quite sure that none of us here would like to be placed under the sort of pressure that Pat Slattery is under.
Well, if that's the way you're determined to play it, that'll be all, everyone. Meg, could you bring me last night's reports, please?
I've put them on your desk this morning, before you arrived. Sorry, this invoice thing's caught me on the hop. Yes, but it's not doing much for morale either.
I know, my fault for being so heavy-handed with Pat. Did you get a chance to go over the invoices last night?
I did, rather ingenious, but nothing really points to an obvious culprit, except, of course, Pat's signatures on most of them.
I can't see anyone clever enough to work the scheme, leaving themselves as open
Yes,
as
well,
that.
let's hope it's all cleared up before Joan has a chance to make anything of it.
Yes, I'll be stressing urgency when I see Chaucer.
Oh, well, I must be off. Oh, by the way, it is today that the psychiatric panel are coming, isn't it?
It's busy morning.
Well, I had to move Collins into Flynn's cell last night because Beecham claims she tried to kill her. Now, I can't really see it, but Collins was holding an empty jug in her hand.
Right. I have a word with May before I get started. Can you get it for me?
Certainly. It's just another day at the office.
Collins, Flynn, Kelly, Patterson, Brodie, Brazzano and Kent to the laundry. Graham, wait behind. Move along, ladies, quickly.
Collins, just a moment, please. Governor wants to see you.
That last night, is it, Mrs. M?
Oh, we'll just have to wait and see what the governor says. Shan't be long.
Fine.
Mrs. B, hey, would it be all right if Willie comes out to the garden with me? You'll really love it, Willie, true?
No, sorry. Now, you can either go to the dorm or the rec room, all right? You're not on garden duty today, dear. You have to report to the sister.
Why, I'm not sick.
Well, there's some doctors coming to view your case.
But I told you I'm not sick.
Now, come on. There's nothing to worry about. All you have to do is talk to them.
They're shrinks, aren't they? Rotten buggers are still trying to put me away.
You're not the first one to have anything, Nick Kelly, so stop grizzling.
So when's the top dog going to do something about it? I want the bitch caught.
Oh, talk about it.
You're probably the one that pinched the stuff. My shampoo went when I was in the shower.
Oh, come off it. Wouldn't use that crap if you paid me.
So who says you aren't selling it? You're probably doing deals with them Sheilas up in maternity.
You bitch!
Hey, come on, cut it out, both of you.
Yeah, well, you were the one that gave her the chance in the first place, getting her to make everybody's bed.
Fine, you don't want me in your dorm, make your own bloody bed. I reckon I've done my stint anyhow.
You'll be told when.
Great. In the meantime, I get blamed for nicking everyone's stuff.
No one's accusing you.
Oh, yeah.
And you lay off, Kelly. I don't want anyone taking the law into their own hands. Understand?
All right, Gail, take them to the hospital, would you? No, that'll have to wait. Yes, all right.
I've got Collins outside.
Oh, good. Any whispers yet as to a motive for yesterday's attack on Beecham?
Well, not really. But there is a rumour going around that she accused Collins of stealing from her just before it happened.
I know they bicker, but I can't see it boiling over into that.
No, me either.
All right, let's hear May's side of the story. Get it, Woody.
Collins.
Suppose Mrs. M told you what happened last night.
She told me Beecham's side of it, yes.
I don't know what got into her, Mrs. Reynolds. She just panicked.
Something must have caused it. You holding a jug, perhaps?
Well, it was stupid, I know. I just thought another bump on the head had helped bring her memory back.
You hit her?
Well, no. She turned round and saw me coming. Look, I know I deserve to be punished, Mrs. Reynolds, but you've got to believe me. I wouldn't do anything to hurt her. And it wasn't me that pulled that locker on top of her. I swear
you
it
were
was.
in the laundry when it happened. However, I think it'd be in your interest as well as Beecham's if you stayed in Flynn's dorm, at least for the time being. Perhaps that might deter you from trying any more bush medicine.
Yes, Mrs. Reynolds.
And you still can't remember when these bouts of depression first began? I mean, was it when you first started having your periods, for instance? Well, thanks, Daphne. You can start those tests now, sister. It's been pretty much the same story all along. I'm afraid we're going to have to go back to the prison records, as slim as they are.
It's important we consider the possibility of manic depression. We need to be damn sure that's ruled out before it goes to court.
Well, there are no signs of any neurological abnormalities, and all of the symptoms definitely fit PMS, Jim.
Have you thought about putting her on a course of progesterone? Test cases in the US have shown good results, apparently.
Yes, I've thought of it. Also vitamin B6 injections. But I'm not sure we wouldn't be buying ourselves into even more problems with side effects. Besides, I was waiting for a legal opinion from you. What do you think, Ben?
It's an interesting one. If your observations substantiate the prison reports, well, it could be the perfect test case.
Daphne, where are you going?
What's them questions and all those funny words they're using? You think I'm nuts, don't you? You're going to put me in the loony bin.
How is she?
Oh, the same. Didn't help any when I said she'd have the dorm to herself for a while. She still figures I'll get her during the daytime.
She's probably right, too.
Well, you're not helping matters any. If she remembered who you were, she wouldn't let you within 10 miles of her, let alone have those friendly little chats.
How's it going, ladies?
Ah, fine, Mrs. Barry.
And where is Patterson?
She's on skip duty, Mrs. B.
She'd better get a move on. The bell's almost due.
Well, she's probably on her way back now. She was going to try for an extra trip up to maternity.
Well, I must say, it's full steam ahead these days. Could I see you for a moment outside, please, Flynn?
Yeah, sure.
Suck.
What's the problem?
Well, no problem. Just the opposite, in fact. I wanted to thank you very much for pulling Patterson into line. Mr. Pringle and I are very grateful.
Well, there's no need to thank me. It was the council as a whole who did it.
You mean they all know?
Not the details.
Thank God for that. Well, I must say things are going very smoothly these days. Keep up the good work.
So you've decided to take the case, Mr. Fulbright?
Yes. Quite looking forward to it, actually.
You realise you won't be able to afford the normal fee?
Oh, I didn't come here for that. Eric talked me into it. Knew I couldn't resist a challenge.
I appreciate it, Ben.
Oh, not to mention the kudos of putting a test case to the High Court.
Do you think it'll get that far?
In a case like this, yes. Our first step is to convince the court that the discovery of Daphne's PMS constitutes some sort of new evidence for a retrial.
Oh, you're going to have your work cut out there, Ben. There's a lot of resistance to the idea, especially amongst your mob.
All the more reason to break it down, Agent.
Let's hope you can, for Daphne's sake.
Which brings me to my main worry. Is Daphne up to it? There'll be some pretty tough cross-examination going on there.
Oh, I think we might have caught it a bad time there, Ben. She's just about due to enter into one of her PMS phases now.
Right. I'll talk to her later then. Tell her what she's in for. In the meantime, would you mind organising me a copy of Daphne's medical records? I'll start preparing a case right away.
Good gracious. I might have known it'd be you, Patterson.
Oh, hi, Mrs. B. Look out, I'm late.
I'm very well aware of that.
Great, see ya.
Not so fast, young lady. You are treading a very fine line with me at the moment. I'm not at all happy about what you did to Mr. Pringle.
Is that so?
Yes, that is so. I thought you might have changed your ways, especially since Myra's death. Apparently, I was very much mistaken.
Yeah? Well, it's all right for you. You're not stuck in this bloody hole. You can get anything you want out there.
It is no excuse for taking advantage of someone's weakness. Now hurry up and take that skip back, or I'll put you on a charge.
As far as we can tell, she's lost all recall, but I certainly would appreciate a professional opinion.
Yes, of course. Is there any chance that she's faking? I mean, I can remember the problems we had with B. Smith.
Yes, well, that's partly why I wanted you to see her. If she is, I don't want it to drag out.
I don't blame you. This Graham case is going to eat into your time.
If Beecham's not faking, is there any way of telling whether it's going to be permanent or not?
No, unfortunately. But permanent amnesiacs are well in the minority, so I don't think you have to worry about that possibility.
Good. Well, I'd better get on my way to head office or I'll miss the appointment. Oh, I'm sorry to be deserting you.
I understand. I'll leave my report on your desk.
Oh, good. Miss Davis will be here with Beecham in a minute.
Right. Oh, give my love to Chaucer.
Ah, good timing. Thank you, Miss Davis. Would you wait out here, Beecham? This is Dr. Weissman. He just wants to ask you a few questions to see if your memory's improving at all.
Willie, isn't it?
Yes, so I'm told.
Well, take a chair, won't you? Not happy today.
Well, it's these criminals. They're trying to frighten me.
And you say you've never met these women before, is that correct, Willie?
I should think not. They're barbarians. Uncouth.
And you've no idea why you yourself are in here?
That May Collins person said I had something to do with stolen property. Not that I believe it for a minute, of course.
I see. Well, let's go back into your childhood and see what you remember
I'm sure
there.
my childhood was perfectly normal, Doctor. I mean, do I look like a criminal type to you?
Well, that's not for me to judge, Willie. But I would like to help you get your memory back.
Yes, the sooner we sort out this horrendous mistake, the better.
Now, let's see what we have here. Ah, reared by your father, sent to a Swiss finishing school, apparently. Do you remember anything about snow or skiing or anything associated with winter sports? Mountains, perhaps?
No. My father was a wonderful man.
What makes you say that?
Oh, he must have been. To send me to Switzerland to be educated.
Tell me, do you remember his involvement in any sort of suspect dealings or any involvement with the police?
You're doing it. You're slandering my father's good name. You're in it with them, aren't you? It's a conspiracy.
No, not at all. Look, there's always the chance there has been a genuine mistake and that you shouldn't be in here at all.
Yes. Then I could go home.
Yeah. That's the problem, Willie. We don't know where home is, do we?
Oh, dear. Does that mean I have to stay in this awful place? How dreadful.
What does Mrs. Reynolds want to see her about this time? I thought that business with the jug was finished.
Probably just checking how she is. At least she cares. Change from vinegar tits at Barnhurst.
Hey, Flynn, they sent around a list yet for those who want to work the printing press?
I thought you weren't interested.
If you're going to be making money out of it, I want in. You wouldn't go to private member rights now, would you?
Rotten buggers!
What's happened, Daffy? Come on, tell your Auntie May.
They've been at me all morning, poking and prodding.
What do you mean? Who has?
You've been on garden duty, haven't you?
No, I've been with them docs. There's a whole bunch of them. Sister's giving me all these tests to do, and they took all me blood.
Hormone tests.
Yeah, them. They keep asking them funny questions, too.
Shrinking session, eh? They book your ticket for the funny farm, P, bro?
Keep it shut, Kelly.
No, it's real
really awful. It's like it was a hunk of meat or something, like it wasn't even there. I couldn't hack it.
Hey, come on. Chin up. You want to get out, don't you?
I don't know.
Now, look, love, it's just their way of doing things. Look, it'll be worth it in the long run.
Oh, it won't. I don't want to get out, not if it means them doing things like that to me all the time. I reckon I'm going to do me time straight, just like the rest of us.
Drink before we start?
A little early for me, thank you.
Well, each to his own. Now, these accounts.
You checked your copies?
Well, figures aren't my forte, Mrs. Reynolds. But I did have the accounts department go over them. Oh, not good at all.
Did they manage to find the source?
Indirectly, yes. At least they know now that the invoices weren't tampered with at this end.
Which means I'll have to launch a full-scale investigation at Wentworth.
I'm sure you'll agree the culprit must be punished.
Of course. But I think it only fair to warn you. The union rep's already talking about unfair victimization. Could be a bumpy ride.
All the more reason for the culprit to be dealt with swiftly and effectively. I have already signed the suspension order.
You know who's responsible.
Of course. It was you that pointed us in the right direction. Pat Slattery.
My report clearly...
The Minister wants to see action, Mrs. Reynolds. And Mrs. Slattery has been suspended from duty, pending your further investigation.
No, I won't condone...
You don't understand, Mrs. Reynolds. This is not a request. It's a direct order from the Minister himself.
Look, I suppose what I'm trying to say is I'm sorry for having a go at you this morning.
Took your time about it, didn't you?
Well, Flynn and her cronies have been giving me a hard time all day.
Oh, big deal. The rest of the world's been having a go at me.
Well, there's ways of making life easy for yourself, you know.
Such as?
Earning money. Good money.
How?
Rackets, numbers game, anything.
With you?
OK, so we're not in love with each other. But how do you want to spend the next 6 months? It's up to you.
Hit the buggers in the hip pocket. Yeah. Maybe you're right.
Now you're talking.
Sorry I carried on like that and all. It's just that, you know, they made me feel like I didn't have any feelings or nothing. I just couldn't stand to face them again. I just couldn't.
No one's forcing you to go through with the appeal, love. All you have to do is tell Mrs. Reynolds to drop it, and that'll be the end of it.
I knew you'd understand, no, you always do. I've just got a few months to go. Why should we worry about all these hassles, eh? I've got me garden to keep me busy and my mates.
You're dead certain it's what you want?
Yeah. See, now I can get this medicine for this PMS thing. I won't be doing any more of them stupid things anymore, like jumping off the roof or hurt me plants.
You're a good kid, love, you know that. I'd miss you a lot if you left. Pity about the others, though. Jeannie over in B Block. Still got about 8 years to go. Long time to sit it out.
What do you mean?
Well, nothing. It's just that she's got the same problem as you. Forget it.
PMS?
Yeah. Gets really depressed. Reckon she shouldn't be in here at all except for PMS.
Well, maybe this lawyer bloke can talk to her instead.
Yeah, maybe. Going to be hard, though. Means going back to square one. Still, I suppose she'll make it. Might take a bit longer, that's all.
Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose everyone will be talking about it, won't they? Like, you know, in the papers and that.
Oh, big news, all right. Probably put a picture on the front page.
Oh, wow. It's a bit like being famous, isn't it?
But, there's no point talking about it. If you made up your mind, well, that's that. You have made up your mind, haven't you?
Louise! Oh, Louise, thank goodness I've seen you before I met up with any of those others.
Yeah, what's up?
Dreadful things, dreadful. This place is full of tricksters.
You can say that again.
It's a conspiracy. Even the doctor's in on it.
In on what?
The plan to drive me mad. Even he thinks I'm cuckoo.
He's a strange bugger. You've got to watch yourself with him.
It's all of them. Everyone's against me.
You could be right. That'd explain what May Collins was doing with that carving knife.
What?
Yeah, I just saw Colin sneaking out of the kitchen with a carving knife. I reckon she was looking for you.
A carving knife? Oh, no, what am I going to do? Who can I turn to?
She had a pretty mean look on her face.
Oh!
You better make a run for it, eh?
So how do you think that will go for my first lesson?
Oh, I think I'll come myself. Where on earth do you get all your ideas from?
Well, I pinched a few from design books, and, well, the others are more experimental than anything.
Oh, the women are just going to love it.
And about time.
Oh, how did it go?
Not quite as expected. Could you get me Pat Slattery's address, please, Joyce?
Yes, of course.
And another officer will have to be rostered in her place for the time being. Let Meg know for me, will you?
Yes.
Sorry I'm late. Afraid I won't be able to have that discussion with you after all. I have to go out again.
Oh, can I grab a lift then?
Yes, of course. Did you enjoy this morning?
Well, let's say I enjoyed this afternoon more. They're all there.
Heavens, I didn't think $200 would buy so much these days.
Oh, it doesn't. I had to go over a bit.
So how much did it all come to then?
$502.97. I put the balance on your account. I hope you don't mind.
Beach! Beecher, what are you doing?
I'm not coming out. I'm not coming out ever again.
Beecher?
Terry!
You must be Joan.
Yes?
I'm David Malone. This is my wife, Marjorie. We're Terry's parents.
Lovely to meet you, dear. We've heard so much about you.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes